EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for March 20th, 2020. Spring officially arrived last evening at 11:49 p.m., so it is officially spring for an entire full day. This is the first full day of spring, and it's going to feel every bit of it today. But this is not going to last, and it's this surge of warmth that we're going to get today is ahead of a cold front. We're going to have a warm front move through this morning, a few showers associated with that early on, and then once that clears off to the north, we're going to have a just unabated warmth coming in here to the region, and that's going to be aided by two things: very strong high pressure off the southeastern U.S. coastline. If this were summertime, this would be resulting in a heat wave because of, or at least temperatures well in the 90s, because you have a very strong high pressure here, but you also have a synoptically driven system that's going to take this warm front that's here and shove it off to the north, and a cold front's waiting to come in behind it. So ahead of that, in between here, you get this surge of warmth, and that's why we're going to get temperatures well into the 70s today, and I wouldn't be surprised if some areas far southeast get close to the 80-degree mark, if not hitting the 80-degree mark. Here is the projected high temperatures on the 3-kilometer NAM, and are generally mid to upper 70s across the entire region, except when you get far up here to our north, but even there, still upper 60s near 70. So the areas that are normally cooler than everyone else aren't going to be that much cooler. It's going to be pretty warm ahead of this frontal boundary. And then once this frontal boundary moves through, it's going to drop off pretty dramatically. And you see that change here as that front moves through this evening, and temperatures will drop off overnight. So it's getting back to the global models here. This system will push through, and then we're going to have mostly cloudy skies this afternoon. You will see peaks of sun in spots, and that's going to aid in those temperatures getting up into well into the 70s. And then we're going to have a few areas get into we'll have a gusty thunderstorm moving through. The simulated radars are not really that impressive with this. I'll show you that in here in a second, but I just want to show you that this system does in fact move through during the evening, and then those temperatures drop and the precipitation shuts off. So Saturday is, we'll call it, becoming mostly sunny. Maybe a few clouds are in the morning giving way to sun, and it'll be full sun by the time we get in the afternoon, and much cooler here on Saturday. Here's the NAM high-res future simulated radar, starting us off at 9 a.m. And again, timestamps upper right-hand corner. I'm going to stop saying this soon because everybody has stopped asking me, can you put the timestamps in the videos? They are there. They're just in 24-hour time and also universal time. So whatever just showing here, 13Z is 1300Z. So subtract 4 hours from that with the change in time here, and that would be 9 a.m. Okay, so that's your timestamp to follow along these videos. So it's 9 a.m. here. You have some showers that are moving ahead of this warm front, just for central and northern areas mainly. Just a quick shower, a couple showers here further north and across northeast PA. Then once we get late morning onward, we should be, we'll call it mostly cloudy. There will be a prefrontal feature moving through in the early afternoon. It could abate some of these temperatures here for some areas, but here's the line of storms that will be ahead of the cold front. Now, the simulated radars are not very thrilled with this, and it really falls apart compared to what I showed you yesterday. Not really sold on this idea that this actually falls apart in this way. We'll see how this works out during the day. I think this is one of those days when the simulated radars might not be matching what the soundings are trying to sell, which would indicate some gusty winds possible with any of these cells. But I don't think it's going to be a big sweeping line that moves through and just knocks out, or you have some severe thunderstorm watches all up and down the line ahead of it. It's going to be probably a broken line, so I do agree with that idea. But there might be some potent cells along that, and it will be isolated where you have any strong or severe storms, but it's certainly possible. And then once we get in the overnight, this, of course, clears off to the south and stays there for Saturday. So Saturday, maybe some early clouds, especially further south and east, but that's going to give way to sun rather quickly. But temperatures here on Saturday are going to be on either side of 50 degrees, so it's going to be a lot cooler, quite a bit cooler for high temperatures from today going to Saturday, and then even cooler here, I think, on Sunday. Going back to the global models for Sunday, we have mostly sunny skies with high pressure sitting right over top of the region. Now, this is where things get a little goofy. This is the trough that's settling over the region that's going to be in place straight through Monday. We would talk about all along with any snow chances we had for the rest of the year, and we were talking about this since late January already, that anything in February, March going forward, the only thing you're going to get is to hope for a perfectly timed thread-the-needle type of system to produce any snow. And here we are in early spring, and we're talking about the possibility of snow and accumulating snow across parts of the region. Here's the European model depiction from today, very similar to what it was showing last night, and again in the intermediary runs in between. We have 6Z and 18Z runs that are also agreeing with this idea. But here's Sunday night, the clouds increase, and then you have, because it's coming in at the coldest point of the night, when temperatures are down near freezing or maybe just below, you have some precipitation working its way in. So this is, again, a thread-the-needle situation, perfectly timed, and that's what you have to have this time of year to get anything to accumulate. And it's not unprecedented to see something a few days removed from temperatures this warm that we're expecting today, to see this situation here on Monday morning. And the European model is selling some accumulating snow for at least our central and northern areas, but a rain-snow mix all the way down to the southeast PA regions and central New Jersey. So this is not out of the realm of possibility this happens. Maybe not this aggressively so. I think it continues to bump northwest with time, but we'll see how this evolves over the next couple of days. But it does have accumulating snow going, especially across the interior locations north of I-78, where you would get some accumulating snow that could be several inches of snow, especially in the mountainous regions. So this is something we'll keep an eye on. Again, thread the needle, certainly possible, not impossible for this to happen. And this would taper off on Monday evening and pull away, but rain changing to snow further south, but might hold on a little bit longer up in our northern areas, especially in the mountainous regions, before it pulls away. Here's what the latest NAM, this is long range here. This is what the latest NAM is selling. This comes in overnight on Sunday night, so this is 5 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning. All right, and you have this pinkish color here, so this is indicating sleet or maybe a rain-snow mix, and that's probably correct, matching up with what the European model has. It would be a mix down here south of 78, north of there. We'd have snow initially, but then that would change over to like a mixture even here along I-78. But you see the interior here is showing some snow and accumulating snow at that. And again, this model runs out of range at this point. I can't see beyond this. This is also this model at max range is not always the best to take a look at. But it just gives you a general idea that there are several pieces of guidance showing this. So it's not alone in this idea that there could be accumulating snow. But I think the best odds right now would be up in the I-80 corridor of northeast PA, from central PA all the way over to the northeast PA. In those regions where we have the best chance, and of course northern New Jersey as well. And then this system pulls away. We get a break in here on Tuesday where we just have partly cloudy skies, but turning milder, with temperatures getting back into the 50s, middle 50s. And then we have another system coming in here on Wednesday. It looks like a relatively light system with a few showers here during the day here on Wednesday. That quickly moves away. And then in between this on Thursday, before another system moves in Thursday night, we have mostly cloudy skies in between those two systems for Thursday, but turning even milder yet, with temperatures making a run into the 60s. So a lot of ups and downs this week, a little crazy week. This is not atypical of March, is what we see in March a lot of times, with some crazy ups and downs. And we're certainly going to see that this week. We're going to watch that system here on Monday to see how this holds or how this evolves. I just wouldn't bank, if I lived down by Philadelphia or points south and east there, I wouldn't bank on anything changing to the point where you would get accumulating snow there. Even our central areas along I-78, we'll see. I think your best chance is going to be up here by I-80, but we'll continue to watch this in the week ahead. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for March 20th, 2020. Have a great Friday.